Don't let her live.
I won't, Jason. I won't.
Next up, get ready to waste your money all over again with Friday the 13th in 4K.
And if this movie takes place on your birthday, like it does for me, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video. Stay cool, bro.
Oh, shit.
Friday the 13th. And that's coming out in 4K, Ultra HD from Paramount. And what I've got to imagine is going to be a long line of double dips.
He's a real prophet of doom, ain't he?
I mean, I don't know what other way to say it. It was released in 1980, based on the popularity of Halloween, and it was directed by this guy named Sean S. Cunningham, who worked previously with Wes Craven on Last House on the Left.
And Sean called me up and said, Halloween is making incredible money at the box office. Let's rip it off. That is keeping it real.
It's all Halloween. Sean Cunningham literally took out an ad in the trades.
Yeah.
All he had was a title.
I know, he didn't even have anything written.
And it said something like the most terrifying experience, and it garnered so much interest and got immediate backing that he was basically, well, shit, we need a script. We need to get this moving.
The initial title was called Long Night at Camp Blood or something. But then he was like,
I didn't know that.
He changed it to Friday the 13th, and he was worried. He was like, that's such a good title. Someone else has that out there. Someone else is going to sue us. So let's just throw that out in the newspaper. And if we get calls like, hey, that's our shit, we won't use that name. But I guess no one maybe reached out, or I don't know if that ever materialized.
I
But
never heard that part.
I thought that was part of why he jumped the gun on
Makes
everything.
sense.
Now, for people that might not know, Russ, do you want to just set it up just for 2 sentences? What is this about?
Camp counselors get killed.
Nice. Murdered one by one.
Yes.
Starring Kevin Bacon.
I remember when I called his agent to see if he would do Friday the 13th. The agent said, well, what does he do in the film? I said, well, mostly he just, makes love to a lot of girls. And the agent said, well, Kevin loves to do that.
But what I did also read is that the writer and the guy that directed this movie literally said, we don't want anyone big name, as if they could even get anyone, but we don't want anyone big name.
Turn down Meryl Streep.
Yeah. But we just want people that seem likable, seem like they could be camp counselors, and can basically read dialogue. That's it. That's all. We're looking for the bare minimum, essentially.
Come on, you guys.
Was Betsy Palmer the one that plays Jason's mom? Was she somebody before this?
I mean, just by virtue of her age, she had more credits than anyone involved.
By the way, when I read this script, I said, what a piece of junk. I thought, this will come, it will go, nobody will ever know or ever see it.
Well, let's get out of the way. The Friday the 13th series is the bastard stepchild of the slasher genre. It doesn't hold a candle to Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street.
How sweet. You ugly little shit.
If you talk to anybody about Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, even if you prefer some of the sequels, everyone's always going to say the original is a classic. Dude, the original Friday the 13th, the sequels are better.
Are you crazy?
Why do you think it was such a
sequels
smash
are better.
At the time it came out?
Because Halloween came out.
Because
and
so people just wanted more.
It's a cool-ass title, and it's a slasher.
So people just wanted more.
And let me get this straight, too. This is why Friday the 13th is special. It was kind of the first movie to do that. And then Friday the 13th kind of started this subgenre of ripoffs, of just camp slashers. You know what I mean? So Friday the 13th, it was innovative in its ripping off of Halloween. It's strange, you know?
Strangely enough, I think that people often sort of imitated my mistakes rather than the stuff that I got right.
Think about everything that's iconic. What is the first thing you think of when you think Friday the 13th? Jason. He's not in this damn thing. The one shot at the end, which is an amazing jump scare at the end, probably one of the best classic end stings in any horror movies, when kid Jason jumps out of the lake and grabs what's her name, Alice, pulls her back in. But even that was ripped off from Carrie.
The hand comes up and grabs her. Scared the bejesus out of me, and I'm sure anyone else who ever saw it. You can call it an homage. I call it a theft.
Everything I'm saying about this sounds very negative. Why it's not negative, though, and why it is a classic, there's no cynicism to it.
Yeah.
Like Sean Cunningham, even him talking about it, he's upfront about everything we just said. He doesn't lie. He doesn't pretend like it's anything more than it is. Tom Savini, you have legends in here doing legendary things. It's just this film, the original Friday the 13th, isn't a great film. Yeah. Whereas you could say Halloween is a great film.
As a matter of fact, it was.
like I said, it's the bastard stepchild, but I say that lovingly. It is still entertaining.
You still
It's
enjoy it.
great. Yeah.
You still enjoy
I
it.
bought the Scream Factory set.
What do you think about the score, the music?
Again, iconic, but Halloween's more iconic.
It is.
I hate to keep comparing it to Halloween, but you have to, in my
I mean-
opinion. It was all based on that.
Yeah.
For no Halloween, no Friday the 13th.
I feel like the thing that people
right down to having an iconic score.
Yeah.
It's like, shit,
Well,
I have to compare it.
the whole like that, I feel like is parodied in so many.
Well, do you know what
things.
it's really? It's not Kiki.
It's
gaga,
like
gaga.
it's
Kill
like
Mom.
Kill Mom.
I just went and I took the consonant sound of the K, K-I from killer, and M-A from mommy. I went up to a microphone and just went,
Friday the 13th is such a unique movie because it is iconic, but it's iconic for reasons that most movies you would never call iconic for.
Yeah.
You wouldn't call a film that rips off everything else iconic, but for some reason Friday the 13th is, because it was almost, like I said, it was the first to kind of have the balls to just be like, shit, I'm going to pick another day. And I'm going to make a slasher and I'm going to use your point of view shots. Honestly, in the whole series, part 6 is the best one.
I don't understand.
Can you confirm or deny this, that they wanted a sequel immediately, and which they got in like a year or something, but I guess the MPAA was like, if you're going to do another one of these, we don't want it to be as gory, so that the second one, maybe it's not notoriously, but the second one has much less gore than this one as a result of their meddling. Does that sound correct? Does the second one not so gory?
I don't recall, honestly.
Where can I get answers? Where can I find these answers?
Sounds right now that you say it out loud, but that's not something I ever put together on my own. No.
Okay.
It does sound accurate. Did Savini come back? I'm not even sure he came back.
I don't
for
know.
the second one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought, what are you doing? There is no Jason. No, the mother's the killer. Jason was a kid that drowned in the lake. Oh, we're going to change all that. Well, they never did. So I chose something else. I chose The Burning, which is a sort of a ripoff of Friday the 13th.
The first like 2 or 3 of these movies aren't
Great.
This
at all.
is the best out of the first like 4. I'd
Really?
say.
Are you crazy?
In my opinion, yeah.
All right, well, there you go. There's a little nod
It's a
your
good
way, Friday
movie.
the 13th.
It's not shit. I'm probably being way overly critical
are.
on this
You
film.
are.
It's good.
Sounds like crap.
It's good. It's just, man, you can't talk about this without comparing it to his slasher icon buddies. And when
Yeah.
you do that, it's like, damn.
Well, they're not coming out in 4K. This one is. So that's who we're talking about. And you know, this also gave us the video game.
One of my favorite video games of all time.
For anyone that's our age and had a Nintendo and played Friday the 13th, and I guess you could even say played it. I don't know if
It played you. You and your friends are dead.
yeah,
Game over.
yeah, like what were you even playing? I don't even know.
God, I honestly loved the game, the NES game, more than the movie.
It's got a death curse.
It is not only one of my favorite video games of all time, not because of the gameplay.
Yeah.
I have so many memories of being a child, getting so pissed off at that game. But I also have memories, I'm not kidding you, we talked about iconic scores. The music in the video game to this day scares me.
It's good. I like it.
Dun, dun, dun. When you go into the
Yeah.
cabins in the
Yeah.
game. Oh my God, it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's-
and dude, and if you remember, you hit left or right, and it's Nintendo. So like you go into a different room, there's no movements. And if Jason was in the cabin with you, you just hit left and it goes bam, 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 and he's right there. It's like, oh shit. Like it's scarier than the damn movie. And of course the kill screen.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. We're like 7 years old.
Yeah.
You and your friends are dead.
Or dead.
Here comes a game like Friday the 13th that just cuts the bullshit, shows some balls, comes flat out and says, you're fucking dead. And your friends, too.
Just to wrap up about its physical media history. So it was first released in DVD, this particular one, 1999, and then Blue in 2009 with an unrated version, which was for the first time ever. And it was only 11 more seconds. That's it. Which was then followed by
I remember that.
the complete Friday the 13th collection in 2013, and then the Ultimate Collection in 2018. Then in 2020, Scream Factory released their beloved box set, which actually has the first 4 movies in a 4K scan. Not like, it's not a 4K disc, but it was sourced from a 4K scan. So you might even be pretty close to what this even is.
Shit, so I basically already have this.
You do. And then Paramount, as we talked before, put their little 8-disc collection in a regular and like a steel book. And now this has arrived, so let the 4K milking begin.